Hi, I'm Maya. Welcome to this, my fourth episode of my weekly vlog. Um, this is being recorded on Friday, but it's not going to go up until Monday because I have to work during the weekend and I don't have time to edit this today because I need to go. So, sorry, I suck. So what I wanted to talk about today is actually, I mentioned this last time, I wanted to talk about my coming out story. Like, I don't want to give you the entire ordeal about how it came to be that I realized that I was transgender yet. I mean, you did that eventually. But I think right now it's just, I want to talk about the last year, actually. See, back in April of last year, I broke up with my girlfriend. She's my ex-girlfriend now, right? And we broke up because, well, one, she wanted to try and live a little again. Not that we weren't living, but she wanted to go out and try some new experiences, and I wanted to start transitioning and had been having intense thoughts of that like the last half year before that. So I figured it was time. So in May last year, I started going to a group here in Aarhus, like consists of transgender people. I mean, I took contact to one person who I found over Facebook, I think, and then I went to the group thing and just met people, and it was nice. You know, it was pretty nice meeting people who had the same kind of experiences as me, and whose stories I could relate to. However, at that time, I wasn't out to anyone. Basically, it was just those people, and it was really hard for me to go down there as my female self. So, you know, I would go as my male self. I didn't have any clothes, I didn't have any makeup or anything, I didn't have any experience or anything. But being there just, it was so nice meeting other people and knowing that I wasn't alone with this, you know. That I wasn't some freak, you know, you read stuff on the internet and you can talk to people on the internet and that's fine. But it's something else to meet a real life person. So anyway, over the summer, I went out and acquired some female clothing and some makeup, and unfortunately I was living with my parents at the time. So the only time I could really try out looking like female was when they were away, and they weren't away that often, so that sucked. It sucked really bad through September, but then luckily I got my own place in October. And actually, you know, October, as bad as a month, you know, actually October, as bad a month as it was for my studies, it was a very good month for me trying out my female look. And on my birthday, actually, my ex-girlfriend helped me dress up and put on makeup, and we went out and watched a movie with me and Gilmore. Now it's the first time I was out in a public place as a girl. I had been going to the meetings. I've been going to the meetings like throughout all this. I've been going to the meetings more and more as me and Gilmore, but this was the first time I was out in a public place for a prolonged period of time. And it was scary, but it felt really, really good. And she kept promising me that, you know, I looked just the same as everyone else. So, and I believed her. After that, I started having a lot more courage. I had my parents over for my birthday party, November 13th, I think. And I didn't come out to them then. I kind of wanted to, but I felt like, that would kind of maybe ruin the thing. But I called them a few days later and told them that I had something that I wanted to discuss with them, and that I would be coming home 2 days after that. Um, and they were like, on the phone, they were like, okay, is it good? Is it bad? I was like, well, it's something. Um, so at this point in time, before I came out to my parents, I was out to my closest friends, my 3 closest friends, and obviously the people in the group, in the support group. I wasn't out to anyone else other than therapists, and it was really scary because, as a lot of you probably have experienced, if you have, it doesn't have to be if you had to come out, but just if you had something like a secret that you needed to tell your parents, something really big, like, I don't know, that you wanted to move out of their place or something. It's really frightening to have to sit your parents down to talk. So that was why I called them on the Monday and said that I would come home Wednesday. And then they would know that if I didn't show Wednesday, I was hoping that if I lost my courage and didn't show, that they would then call me and ask me what was wrong. And then maybe I could come out with it that way. But eventually I went to them. I had also written a letter in case I couldn't bring myself to go into the house because I was too scared, so I would just put it in the mailbox. But I went into the house and I sat them down and I read my letter to them. And it basically said something like, for a long time I feel like there's an incongruence between the way I see myself and the way the rest of the world sees me. Because of my body and using a lot of fancy psychological things, and eventually just, I'm transgender. And I was scared. I was so scared because I didn't know how they would react. I was scared that they would try to change my mind or just, I don't know. I don't know what I was scared of. But I didn't have to be scared because my mom, she told me, she said, you know what? I'm not really that surprised. And that's actually been the reaction from a lot of people. It's like, yeah, makes sense. But it was just so great to have my family just not question it and not try to change it or try to control it. They were completely all right with me deciding for myself what I needed to do about this and in what tempo. And they've stayed completely out of the decision-making process, but they've been very supportive throughout. So that gave me the courage I needed to come out to my classmates, and they were also just like, I had to give a presentation, and they was just like, I have another presentation at the end of class. If you just all like give me 5 minutes, and then I told them all, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's so brave, and that's so, incredible. Good for you." Patting me on my back and saying, we're not surprised. And of course they weren't surprised. I mean, go on. So after that, there was Christmas. And I got to spend Christmas wearing one of my mom's dresses. Her idea. And it was just very idyllic. And then I started taking hormones in March of this year, and at the same time that I started taking hormones, I made posts on my old Facebook profile explaining my situation and just coming out to everyone that I knew on Facebook. I mean, my mom and dad's family had already been told, and everyone else there are a lot of people who already knew. But I just thought, should put it out there for people to see. And well, since then I've been Maya to everyone all the time, and I've actually been met with nothing but support. I know I'm incredibly lucky, but I think people also respond well to the self-confidence that I put forth, the determination that I have. That I'm not saying to them that I think that I'm a girl. I'm saying to them, I am a girl, and please treat me as such. I think one of the things that really helped me throughout this process is definitely the support group. Just the initial thing of meeting other people and listening to their experiences and how they had come up to people and how the experiences have been with that, even if it was a negative experience, it was still nice to know what. Okay, it was still nice to know that they had the same fears, and some of them had come true, but in most cases, actually, people were entirely cool. And that's been my experience as well. Now, I know that I'm lucky. I live in a town where you see LGBT people all the day, and I don't think people care much here. We have a pride parade. It's really nice. But if you're living in a community where you feel like it would be hard to come out, I suggest you try to find some support groups. You build up a network of people who know that you're transgendered and who will support you in your coming out, so that if coming out to your parents, for example, goes to shit, that you have somewhere to go. Like, I know if you're still living at home, make it so that you can overnight at a friend's house and give your parents a little bit of space to discuss, because it's a hard time for them too. Transitioning is not just about you, it's also about the people around you. And you do need to keep an eye on their feelings as well. Because, well, they're the people who are going to be treating you the way you treat them. I think a lot of people forget this when they come out. They just demand that other people treat them the way they want to be treated. But respect is earned. And if you want people to respect your decisions, you need to show that you are worth respecting. And again, your parents should respect you no matter what. I don't know if I can give you any real tips on coming out, other than definitely talk to someone. If you need some advice in coming out, you can talk to a therapist or a psychologist. Especially if you can get a psychologist or therapist recommended from someone who has tried being in the same situation you have. That's preferable, I think, because they'd be better equipped to give you advice on how to come out. I know that definitely helped me, talking to a therapist and a psychologist, and just being validated in my fears, but also having some of those fears alleviated by the therapist and psychologist's wise words and compliments. But yeah, definitely talk to someone. And if you're afraid of coming out to your parents or some of your friends, you know, I hope you have a friend that you're comfortable coming out to. Otherwise, seriously, find someone in LGBT circles. They are used to dealing with these sorts of things, and they can offer you a lot of advice. So, do that. They're also very supportive from my experience of one another. So, if you need a couch to crash on, if coming out goes sour, I'm pretty sure someone in the LGBT circles would help you out. I know I would if someone had struggles. So if you're about to come out, I don't know if this video helped. It's just supposed to be my story and my experiences, but I hope that it did. If you have any questions or comments, you feel free to leave them below. Also, if you have your own experiences with coming out, no matter what it is about, it doesn't need to be about sexuality or gender identity. It can also be like the time when you had to tell your parents that you broke their favorite vase and you just hid it under the couch or something, you know. Or another time when you had to face someone with something that was very important to you but very scary. If you could share your experiences down in the comments, I'm pretty sure that could help people. And yeah, post questions and or someone else will address them. If you want to watch the next video, well, when it comes out, I guess you don't need to subscribe to watch the next video, but if you want to be notified of when it comes out, you can click the lamp, as always, the magic lamp. If you want to visit my sister channel, you can once again click the gear spot. And yeah, those are those things. I'll post my other social media links down below. Facebook still to come. And yeah, that's an episode. So, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, and I hope that you're having a good day. Like I said, I hope this video helped. If it didn't, feel free to post why. And I hope wherever you are, in whatever situation you're in, that you're doing well, or that you at least have the hope of it gets better. From my experience, it does get better. So, goodbye, and I'll see you next week.